Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and happy St. Patrick's Day if you are watching when this posts. My name is Noelle and I unbox subscription boxes here on my channel, and I knew that if I had it in my hands I definitely wanted to share with you on St. Patrick's Day the March My Ireland box, which has been sent to me for review. This is a lovely monthly subscription that comes all the way from Dingle, Ireland. It's a beautiful curation for those of you who love anything Irish, who have maybe some Irish heritage or have perhaps visited the beautiful Emerald Isle and got to know the people and the culture and just want a little bit more of that every month sent right to your door. The box is $49.95 US, and the shipping all the way to the US from Dingle, Ireland is just $15.50. I do have a code for you. It is Maui, from one Emerald Isle to another. It's MAUI, and that will save you $5 on your first box. If you're able to do a longer subscription, you can save some money that way. And definitely check out the website because sometimes Catherine has some really fun and great deals. Remember that this is so much more than a subscription box as well. In every one of these boxes, she includes a little family history. She includes her beautiful booklet that she puts so much effort into, where she takes us on walks around Dingle or around the country, tells us all about all kinds of historical traditions. It's really, really lovely. There's a very active Facebook group where people share what they've done with their items in the box, how much they're loving it, stories of going to Ireland, stories about their Irish families. And then of course there is also Catherine's kind of newsletter, her postcards from Ireland, emails that come to your inbox, and it's just such a really lovely community that I've really enjoyed being a part of. So definitely check it out if you want to celebrate St. Patrick's Day through a subscription box. Even though you're a little bit late for this one, the next one that is coming is going to be just as good, I promise you. So let's go ahead and get into my Ireland box. So inside it says, "Hello from Ireland," and we have our bright green tissue paper to wake everything up, to wake me up at least. And then I usually have to pull the bundle out like this so that I can find our booklet and of course our lovely recipe cards. So I'm very much looking forward to one day being able to do more of the recipes. These days I've just been so crazy busy, but this one looks delicious. Look how good these are. These are St. Patrick's Day mint cookies, not to be confused with those ones that are getting hustled at us outside the grocery stores right now. I do love those as well, but a homemade version definitely sounds even better. And then here is our booklet. So it looks like it is from the St. Patrick's Day parade. We've got that image right there, and then you can see there are quite a few pages. This is like a 20 to 30 page booklet that she does every single month with pictures, again telling us all kinds of fun facts and history, and of course all about the makers. And this time around the makers section is in the front, so that's what I will reference. She tells us so much that I can't necessarily read everything to you, but I do try to tell you about the companies because I think that's what makes this box so special, is the makers that she finds to contribute to the box each month. It says, let's see, okay. I'm going to go ahead and keep this in front of me and start to pull some items out. I already saw one item that looks very familiar because I think we've gotten this before, and I am excited about it because you guys know I love whenever we get chocolate. So we did indeed get some Clo chocolate, and I don't even see that in here. So let me just double check and make sure that I'm not missing it. We'll see. I probably missed it somewhere, but we'll see. So this is 33% milk chocolate, artisan chocolates made in Sligo. I never remember how to say that. I'm so sorry, you guys, but look how lovely. And then let me see if it'll actually slide out. So I am so excited. So you can see the lovely waves of chocolate in there. I'm always excited to get chocolate. So all right, you guys, let me know if you have some St. Patrick's Day traditions in the comments below. I'm always excited to hear about your traditions, how you celebrate different holidays as well. I pulled something out, and at first I thought it was just tissue paper, and then I realized I think there's actually something in there that's being protected. Oh goodness, we got some crisps. Now my crisps often come a little worse for wear, at least the bags do, and that is kind of the case with these ones. These are some Keogh's Shamrock and sour cream potato chips, aka crisps. Lovely, lovely bag. I always have a hard time because the bag always comes a little crumpled, and then I try to take photos, and you can never quite get a potato chip bag looking quite as fresh as it probably comes out of the factory. So again, this is from the Keogh family farm, which is Peter, Tony, Ross, Tom, and Derek. It says, you may have heard us munching on these from across the pond over the last week or so. How clever of the Keogh family to add a little shamrock to their wonderfully tasty crisps. We love that this shamrock is grown here in County Kerry too. The Keogh family hand cooks their Irish potato crisps in small batches using potatoes grown on their farm, and they are delicious potatoes when boiled with Irish butter melted on them too. The finest quality sunflower oil and seasoned with ingredients sourced from local Irish suppliers. They combine the delicious tangy taste of sour cream with the freshness of traditional Irish shamrock that is grown in Ballinskelligs, County Kerry. This area has produced fresh shamrock for the American president for St. Patrick's Day since 1952. Isn't that cool, you guys? I love when we get crisps in this box. Even though they come not looking so great, they taste just as good. And of course, I did learn from the Irish how great it is to go ahead and put some potato chips into your sandwich. All right, let's see what else we've got. Ooh, another edible treat. So we got some crisps, we got some chocolate, and we got some Irish shortbread from Claire's in the shape of shamrocks. And this is like a whole box. This is very generous. Let's see what it says about this one. It says Charles and Charlotte Lamb arrived in Ireland in the 1880s, so quite the tradition, from the small Oxfordshire village of Sibferferris. Charles came first to work at the Richardson's linen mill in Bestbrook before taking the opportunity to acquire some farmland near Rich Hill in the county of Armagh, where the young couple started making jam with the fruit they grew on the farm. They had 8 children. From these small beginnings, they developed the fruit preserving business that became known throughout Ireland as Fruitfield. Realizing the need to expand, 3 of the sons of the family moved to Dublin and in 1922 established what became the primary factory for Fruitfield. One of the brothers, however, stayed in Rich Hill, and he, Charles also, and his wife Elizabeth continued to run the family farm in Rich Hill, where they reared their 4 children. After many years of farming, in 1984, following a holiday in the south of France where they saw and were inspired by a little pie shop, they decided to open a shop and restaurant in Portadown called the Pie Man. So it goes on to tell us about the Irish biscuit brand. It says in 2015 they purchased the Grace's Irish biscuit brand from Billy Bullock, who had established his brand some 10 years earlier, and then in 2019 they changed it from Grace's to Claire's. And so this delicious shamrock-shaped shortbread is baked in the countryside of County Antrim using a recipe handed down through generations of bakers. It is of course made with authentic Ballyrashane Irish butter for a gourmet flavor. The crisp, creamy taste makes these gourmet cookies perfect treat to enjoy with tea. That's what I was thinking. Coffee or hot chocolate. So I'm very excited. So it says, I was really happy to meet Gare Barry in Dublin recently, and when I tasted the biscuits, I knew I'd like to send them within your St. Patrick's Day My Ireland box. You guys, I'm so excited. So we've got our shamrock flavored crisps, we've got our chocolate, and we have those lovely shamrock shortbreads. All right. We have 2 more main items, and these are both apparel items. This is quite a nice box. So sometimes because she'll do really quality, beautiful items, we'll maybe just get like 3 items, but I love when it's a nice full box like this and we get a ton. So you guys, this is so cute and very unisex, and I'm thrilled about it. We got a Man of Erin flat cap, and it's got a little embroidered shamrock on it. Look how beautiful that like chevron pattern is, and it's adjustable on the back. We love that to make it fit my giant head. So it says, I am in love with this cap. This is all, of course, in the voice of Catherine writing this. My grandfather always wore a flat cap, and my uncle still wears the very same ones that his father brought up to the farm in Ventry, where a glorious and ancient ring fort rests within a field that overlooks the magnificent beach and sea of Chantra. Every flat cap I see reminds me of my grandfather. My dad was more of a contemporary fashion man, as he was well-traveled and was known to don a Panama hat and cream suit, whilst he spoke with a fabulous Kerry accent, and in Gaelic too. But his father, he was a man of the tweed cap and wool jumper, with the sheepdogs, called Elvis and Presley, by his side all the time. He would have a spare tweed cap on the dashboard of his burgundy Peugeot car, listening to Irish music on radio Radio na Geltakta as we drove very slowly indeed with Elvis and Presley in the backseat around the town whilst his thick fingers drummed the steering wheel to the beat of the tunes. As a child, I asked him once why he drove so slowly. I am talking 10 to 20 miles an hour. It says, and he told me that he just wanted to take it all in. We drove once to the Ferry Fort Field, and it was the first time I remembered hearing the Fields of Athenry. It was on the radio, and he was singing at the top of his voice, flat cap on the head. Elvis and Presley seemed to be swaying to the music too. I loved it, although there is a line in the song, Michael, they are taking you away, and my 5-year-old brother Michael in the backseat was traumatized at the thought. He got over it. You guys, look at the inside. It says, all around the world, the woolen flat cap is synonymous with Ireland. Woven in different fabrics, either tweed or linen, the caps are suitable for all seasons, evoking memories of a bygone era. The traditional rustic patterns are reminiscent of the rugged green landscape of Ireland. Health and happiness to all that wear this hat. Made exclusively for Man of Erin, and it is established in 1973. I love that they put that in there. Now, when my husband and I visited, he wasn't even my husband yet, I did make him try a few of these on, and he looks very, very charming in a nice flat cap. So it's actually like kind of stitched there, so that little bill, it doesn't come apart. I wonder if this will fit my head. So it does, and I kind of love it. So I was just thinking that I might actually give this to my husband because he didn't actually pick one up when we were in Ireland, but I kind of love it, actually. I think it's so cute. What do you guys think? Would you wear a flat cap like this? All right, let's talk about one last item that we do have, of course, which I think most of you will wear. So this is so pretty, just a little sneak peek. I'll have to get it out of the plastic. It is a pashmina inspired by green fields of Ireland's Ballycastle on the beautiful north coast of Ireland. Now, again, in Catherine's voice. As I have said above, I was inspired by Seamus Begley's version of Wrap the Green Flag Around Me, Boys. It's so beautiful, but as I sang it, I also kept singing Wrap the Green Fields Around Me, Boys. So wrap the green flag and wrap the green fields around you, and listen to this really amazing rendition of the song by the late Seamus Begley, who passed away, over a month ago. He was a treasure to Ireland with the gifts he bestowed on us, his voice and musical talent that we will cherish forever, and she includes the link, of course, so that you can find it. Maybe I'll try to include that as well. So this is from Mulligans Ireland. It is a Celtic pashmina. We do have to dry clean it, but you guys, can you see how it shines differently in the light depending on the angle? I think that is so pretty. So it says, I met Paul and Peter at a craft fair in Dublin, and once I touched their scarves and tried one on, I instantly felt that I was indeed wrapping the green fields of Ireland around me. Paul's grandmother was from the same place in County Tyrone as my mother is from, and I must go on a trip there this summer and hopefully meet Paul again, and lots of Northern Irish makers as well. So these scarves are such good quality, nicely Celtic in look without being overboard. I love that, right? So you don't need something super touristy that just has Ireland emblazed all over it. It says, right down my alley. I hope you love yours as much as I do. Imagine using it a lot during the summer evenings too, because it is so light and lovely. So you can see all those Celtic designs in there. So pretty. What I love about this is, even though it's a pashmina, it's more of what I think of as a fashion scarf width. So it's nice and thin and light, and I love that the color is actually woven through, so you see it on both sides versus being printed on there. And then it does have some lovely little tassels at the end, so you can put it around your neck, and you could definitely double this up really easily, and it's not going to be too bulky, but this is the perfect weight for a nice summer evening where you just need a little extra. And especially if you are wearing something very simple like a gray or a black, and then you have this beautiful pop of all these pretty colors, that like lime chartreuse, this beautiful blue. I mean, I just think that is so stunning, very naturey. I feel very ready for my next Irish adventure, you guys. So let's just talk about everything that we got. Of course, we got this booklet where it looks like instead of taking us on a walk, she has a lot of information about the St. Patrick's Day parade, and as usual, so many pictures. A little bit of a spoiler, you guys. It sounds like the next one. Oh, that's so it says she's talking about the January one in the story of the children of Lear, which I was wondering about because of the earrings. So it says that the next one is going to be tea time at the Irish farmhouse. We'll probably, I don't know if we'll get more tea. We do get tea, I'd say like every 3 months or so. Really wonderful tea. It says, we reached out to our members recently and said to them that this year we want to hear more about what you want and what you need from My Ireland Box. We have lots of long-term members, some that have been with us for several years, myself included. It says, we know what our members love but wanted to keep on track, and boy do they respond with great feedback on what we've sent in the past and what they'd love to see more of. So we were prompted to send the coveted Farmhouse My Ireland box early this year, and we have great themes coming up for the summer months following our members' requests as well. So Irish farmhouse, but with a little tea element. You guys, one of my favorite teacups and saucers that I've ever gotten from My Ireland box, it came from My Ireland box. That's what I meant to say. So I'm hoping that we get a little bit of that in our farmhouse box as well. Although, you know, farmhouse, it might be a little bit more rustic than a fine tea set. So we got in this box, besides, you guys, don't you wish that they sent these cookies? But I'd like to get in the kitchen. So we got the cookies. We got 3 different edible treats. I didn't see anything in there about the Clo chocolate, but like I said, we've gotten it before and I'm very excited to get it together with the shortbread, the shamrock shortbread. So you could do a little Irish tea, which would be super duper cute. And of course, these delicious, gluten-free even, Keogh's shamrock crisps, which I think we got last year as well around that time. And this time, I love the little shamrock. And of course, we got our flat cap, which should I share and be nice and give it to my husband? Probably. It probably look better on him. And then of course we got this gorgeous scarf, and we have gotten all kinds of beautiful scarves from My Ireland box over the years, but usually they're those thicker woolly scarves, you know, that I don't necessarily have a lot of use for, but this is one that feels really special and one that I feel like I would use a little bit more here even in the warmer months. So you guys, let me know in the comments below. I know I already asked you a ton of things, like what you were doing for St. Patrick's Day, but also tell me what your favorite item in this box was. I think for me it's really, really difficult, in all honesty, because I love all of the edible treats this time around. And I will probably use the scarf more, but I gotta say I love this hat. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, help me out with a thumbs up, and I'll see you all very, very soon in my next unboxing.